Alright guys, this is Tacho here, and we are back playing some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we are going to do part 2 to the Hero Fest summons. I'm going to go in with 160 orbs, and we're just going to try to get whatever we can here. This is a really great banner, the best that the game has seen ever since it came out. So you definitely want to summon on this banner. As far as how many orbs you decide to use, that's entirely up to you, and of course whether or not you want to spend money is also up to you. But I did spend money because it's a really good banner. Okay, first summon of the day here, and we've got Claire. Actually, that's pretty cool. She was a focus unit from the Shadows of Valentia banner, I believe. So we got her there as a 4-star. She has one unique skill, which is hit and run. So if she initiates combat right after the battle, she's gonna move back one space. So that's pretty cool. I'll be able to pass that on to another unit if I wanted to use her for skill fodder, or I would also be able to just use her on her own and see what I can get out of her. I'm not too sure if she's good or not. I haven't really checked. She's a pretty cool unit though, and also a new unit. I didn't have her before. Alright, we got Stall there. Not much to say about Stall or the Adult Tiki. Actually, the Adult Tiki is pretty good for skill fodder too, because she can pass along Bonfire, which is a really nice attack skill for most of your units with high defense. Pretty much just a three hit cooldown skill, and you get 50% of your defense added straight to your damage, which is nice for high defense units like Hector and Effie and all those units with really good defense. So Adult Tiki is pretty cool for fodder. Not a bad summon. Okay, we got Virion there. Not a very good summon at all. I can't recall if he has anything good for skill fodder, but he's probably just going to be hero feather fodder at this point. Okay, so here we go. We're going to summon on a silver. Wonder if we can get Takumi. Okay, we got the smoke there. No way, man. Oh, man, just as I say, what if we get Takumi? Look at that, we got him. Okay, this is my very first Takumi. I was really hunting for him when the game came out, and we had the, which banner was it? The one with Lynn and Roy on it. I forget what it was called, but that was the very first banner where we could summon Takumi as a focus unit, and I really tried to get him. I summoned only on the silver orbs, but I just couldn't get him in the end. Okay, we got Lucius there. He was another focus unit from the Fire Emblem 7 banner. So I managed to pull him there. He's another new unit, so I'm really happy so far. We're getting a lot of new units. Yeah, Takumi he's got a 5% chance on this banner, so it's really in your best interest if you manage to summon him. Look at that, we got Salif now. I can't even finish my sentence. It's like every single time I say something, we get something new. And there, the video cut for a second, and I had to stop the recording and then restart the recording after that. So that's why it went straight from Salif into Sophia. But we're back now, and we just pulled Barst there. So yeah, what was I saying before we got Salif? I kind of forgot. We got him in the first video as a 5-star, but his IVs weren't very good. So now I've got him as a 4-star, and I'm going to be able to check his IVs later. But Takumi is really good on this banner to summon as a focus unit, because then you can pass along close counter to anyone you want. And there's a lot of really good units that could make good use of close counter. I personally prefer using the mages that have really high defense, like Merrick and Sophia, and also Robin Mail. He's pretty good too. So yeah, that's a really good way to use close counter if you manage to get it. Really cool also would be if I managed to pull multiple copies of Hector here. Distant counter is actually a little more preferable to have than close counter, mainly because a lot of the really good units that would be able to counter from 2 spaces away are already really good. So let's say you were to give distant counter to a unit like Erika. She would be one of the best mage killers in the game because she has a really high natural resistance stat, and because of that, she's going to be able to do good against all the green mages. And green mages are pretty much the most common type because, of course, Julia and Nino are 2 of the best mages in the game. So having a red sword with distant counter is really helpful. I would really like a distant counter Erika, actually. Okay, so we didn't get anything good there, all 3 stars. We're doing pretty good so far, though. We got Takumi and we got Lucius and Claire, so I'm doing pretty good in terms of new units. We also pulled Selif, who was a former focus unit. Okay, we got Pala there. She's pretty cool for skill fodder. She's got some nice stuff on her. I believe she has Triangle Adept, so she's not bad. Of course, there's not too many units that you can actually use for Triangle Adept. I believe Roy is the only one that gets it when he's a 4-star. Okay, look at that, man. We just summoned double Takumi. So this is actually really good because I can go ahead and feed one of these Takumis to my Merrick and get close counter on him. So I'm really happy about that. Wildcard Takumi, man. Okay, we're living large here. We got Takumi twice, and one of them is going to be definite skill fodder. So we're doing really good, man. This is the banner to summon on, guys. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that, but I just feel the need to reiterate that you should probably be summoning on this banner if you've got orbs to spare. So we also got Azura on the last summon as well. So summoning on blues, I can't really think of too many other blues that I could actually use at this point. The only one really would probably be Linda, or Lindy. I don't know how to say her name. It's Linde. In Fire Emblem 1 or Shadow Dragon, it was Linda. The E was an A, so I don't know how the translation team changed the A into an E. If that's supposed to change the pronunciation or whatever. Maybe it's still Linda, even though it's spelt with an E. I have no idea. So feel free to comment down below, actually, on how you say her name. Oh, we got Smoke on Blue there. What do we got here? Okay, we got Lucas, another former focus unit from Shadows of Valentia. I pulled quite a few Lucases, though, and 2 of them were 5 stars, and one of them had pretty much the best IV combination he could possibly have, which was plus attack minus res. So I don't really need too many more Lucases. I guess I could use him for skill fodder to pass along Fortress Defense, which is a pretty nice skill and it's unique to him. Gives you plus 5 defense and minus 3 attack. Not bad if you're using a tanky unit. Okay, Smoke on a silver here. Are we gonna get another Takumi? Nope. Oh man, we got Baldy over here. We got everyone's favorite pedo, right? We got Reese there. Man, what is the deal with Reese? Why is he such a perv? Like, come on, his artwork. They knew that they were having a laugh when they made his artwork. Okay, we got Maria there. I have quite a few healers already, but never a bad thing to have more options in terms of healers, at least for in-game stuff and Grand Hero battles and stuff like that. Not too much for the arena. Healers don't have much of a purpose in the arena, sadly. Actually, though, there's a really cool setup that you can give to Lucina to turn her into a makeshift healer. If you give her Ardent Sacrifice as her assist skill, and then you give her Renewal as her passive B skill, Lucina actually turns into a pretty legit healer, guys. She is really cool to have with that setup because she can just heal at any moment, and normally the drawback from Ardent Sacrifice is that you're going to lose 10 HP when you heal your ally character. But if you've got Renewal and if you've got the Falchion, which Lucina has, she's going to be getting back 10 HP every second and every third turn. So the drawback from Ardent Sacrifice is pretty much mitigated by doing that. And on top of that, if you give her distant counter as well, she's going to be really good for countering mages. So that makes Lucina probably the most legitimate healer in the arena if you really wanted a healer that badly. And it's not a bad idea, actually, because healers can really come in handy. It's just that the problem with the healers in this game is that all the stave users aren't that good for the arena. They have really low base stats and their weapon is really poor. They have, like, the best stave weapon is a 10 might weapon called Pain, which isn't even that powerful. So that's why you don't really want to use staves as a healer. But like I said, if you give Ardent Sacrifice and Renewal to Lucina, she makes a pretty badass healer, so I would recommend trying that out. I had the honor of fighting that Lucina in the arena once, actually. That's how I came up with it. I can't really take credit for that setup, but I saw somebody using it in the arena. It was on a defense team, and it was putting in work. It was giving me a headache, so there you go. Healer Lucina is pretty real. Okay, we got Hana there. Pretty cool for a skill fodder. She has rally attack and life and death. And she is, as I always say, she's pretty cute. I like her artwork a lot. You guys probably hate me for all the waifu talk, right? All the waifu talk about Lucina and Hana. Hana's not my waifu though, definitely Lucina. Mainly because I actually enjoy her character. She's really well written actually in terms of Awakening. So yeah, that's why all the waifu talk has to go on. It's because of Awakening. That game really split the fan base up, didn't it, man? It was like all the people that liked Fire Emblem before Awakening came out, they like to feel a little high and mighty and be like, oh, I liked Fire Emblem before it was cool and popular and before the waifus and all that. Well, you know, my honest opinion on that is, who really cares? We're all fans of the same game here. And there we go, guys. We pulled the man himself, the most badass unit. We pulled Hector there. He's got the highest base stat total, so he's going straight on my arena team. Really happy that I summoned him just now. He is, of course, a focus unit on this banner, and he's possibly the best focus unit on the banner as well. One thing you gotta take in mind when using Hector, though, is that he can only move one space. So it's going to be a little difficult for you to maneuver him around the battlefield, but a good way to kind of fix his faults is to have units with the reposition assist and also give Hector the pivot skill. Okay, we got Abel there. Really good skill fodder. He's got Swordbreaker 3 as a 4-star, so he's a really good summon. Really happy about that, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling happy about summoning all these janky units here, and mainly because they're good for skill fodder. And right now we have the SP plus 6 going on, where you get double SP for winning your fights. So normally when you want to fight before, when you were farming for skill points, you'd only get, I believe it was 3 skill points if you're fighting on, if you're in the training towers and you're fighting on the 8th stratum or higher. Okay, man, we just got Erika. Unit I didn't have before, and probably one of my most wanted sword units. She is awesome, guys, especially when she's paired up with Nino, because she has a whole bunch of skills that give stats to your allies. Like, her weapon gives stats to your allies, and she also has a passive skill for Hone, and we just pulled Nino there just as I'm talking about the Erika and Nino combination. We just pulled both of them. Really awesome summon there. So yeah, Erika is awesome, really good sword unit, even though she doesn't have distant counter, but I suppose you could give it to her now that Hector has become a little more accessible thanks to being a focus unit on this banner. You'd be able to easily give distant counter to your Erika now. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my little 300 Orbs splurge here on this Hero Fest banner. I wasn't originally intending to go so hard on this banner and spend so many orbs, but I didn't want this chance to pass me up because I don't know when we're going to get a banner this good ever again in the near future. We probably will for the holidays, for like Christmas and stuff, but for the moment, I think this is going to be the best banner that we're going to see for a while. So anyway, guys, this is your boy Tacho signing out. As always, I hope you enjoyed it, so cheers, have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.